I just took a photo of my receipt and sent it to my WhatsApp AI bot. In seconds, the image was scanned, read, and every line item was perfectly added to this Google Sheet. This is the ultimate no-code expense workflow for your business. I'll show you the entire n8n blueprint for this image to spreadsheet automation. Alright, so let's get started. So this is the workflow that I did for the previous video, which was to send a PDF receipt through WhatsApp to an AI bot, and then it will append it to the Google Sheets. It will add those line items in the receipts to the Google Sheets. So if you guys haven't watched that video, I suggest you watch it before for this tutorial. But if not, I'm going to explain what I did in that video, and I'm going to explain what each node does, because I'm gonna be basically using those nodes again here for the images. So let me show you guys how this works first for the PDFs. So I'm just gonna execute the workflow. Go here, attach the PDF receipt, which is this one. Let me open this for you guys. Let me just process. So these are the line items. Let me just check here first. Okay, it's running. It's going to append to this Google Sheet. So it's empty right now, as you can see. So it will append those line items to this Google Sheet. Okay, there it is. So it appended 3 line items. If you see here, there's more line items here, but the quantity is 0. So I'm not adding those line items with quantity of 0. I'm only adding with 1 or more. So basic fee WMV and transaction fee T1 and T3. And if we go here, it's the same basic fee T1 and T3. That's it for it. And we have the amount and total amount and everything in here. Okay. Okay. So now we want to add the capability to add images as image receipts that we take with our phone, for example, and we send it to through WhatsApp, like we just did with the PDF file. So in here, this is the WhatsApp trigger. When we download the media, if you see here, this is the document ID. So it's anticipating a document ID. But if we attach an image, and we send it, then we will get an error because it's not a document, it's an image ID. So let me show you guys. Let me execute this workflow and send the image. I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna select this receipt. It's a JPEG image. I'm gonna say process and send it. And let's see here. Okay, so like I said, the error is with the document ID. So we're gonna add, we want to be able to add PDFs or images. So in here, we want an if statement. If 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 the image exists, then it's true. Let me execute this. It's true, but it went over here, so we don't want this. This is for false because this is for the PDF. I don't like how it's shown here, so I'm just gonna take this down here. Because if it's false, that means that it's not an image, which means it's a PDF. Then execute these steps, that execute these notes that I did for the PDF, which I showed in the previous video. But since you be using almost every node exactly except for one or two, then I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna paste it, and I'm gonna put it over here. So in here, I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna change this document ID to the image ID. You see here, image.id. Execute this step, and if you see here, it gives us a URL link. It doesn't give us the image. When we download the media to WhatsApp, it gives us a URL. So we need an HTTP request like this one over here, which I did for the PDF, but it also works for the image. And you just give it the URL. You give a predefined credential type, and the method is get. Just make sure the method is get. The authentication predefined because we need a credential for WhatsApp. WhatsApp requires a credential, and you choose WhatsApp here, and you choose your credential. If you don't have one, you need to create new credential. Uh, yeah, you need to create new credential. So let's execute this step. Okay, it gave us the binary file. If we view this image, it's the same image that we want. Okay, now in this one, it's extracting from PDF. So we need to extract the text from the image. So this will not work. I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to add a way to extract the text from the image, which is you need an LLM. You need to use AI like ChatGPT or Gemini. I'm going to be using Gemini because it's free, and choose Analyze Image. In here, you need to add your credential. It's easy to create a new credential. Uh, I have my second video on this channel. Uh, or my first video, I'm sorry, in this channel shows you how to create a credential. My second video shows you how to create the WhatsApp credential. But if not, you can just search through YouTube or Google on how to create a credential for Gemini. Gemini API. Don't forget. Research Analyze Image module. Choose Gemini 2.5, and you need binary file because it's binary. It's not the link. And in the text input for the prompt, just say extract the text from the image. That's it. Execute the step. And there we go. That's it. This is the text that we get from the image. So now we need to organize this text and get it as a JSON text so we can be so we so we are able to play with the data and to be able to append so we can append the line items to the Google Sheet. So afterwards, you message a module with the same Gemini, but choose instead of choosing analyze image, choose message a module. And in here, just choose your credential, resource text, message a module, choose the model Gemini 2.5, And in here, you need a user prompt, a module prompt, and a system message. So in the user prompt, you just tell it, here is a document you need to pull data from. And we give it the text that we got from the previous node, which is this one. If you see, this is the text. Let's go back. This is for the user prompt. For the module prompt, you say, I want you to output this data as JSON data in the following format. This is a JSON format data. How did I get this? I just went to ChatGPT and I told it to give me an example of JSON data for invoices. And it gave me this, and I just copy and pasted it because we need invoice number, issue date, currency, stuff like that. It just gave us some of these info are not going to be in the in the PDF or the image that we said. So it just will put NA, which is fine. We don't need every single one of them, but we need most of the important ones. And the items here, there's plenty of items because each receipt can have multiple items. Subtotal, and that's it. And for the system message in the bottom, you just tell it you are a smart, forgot to add bot, you are a smart bot that is great at pulling out JSON data from invoices, receipts, or documents. That's it. And you need to put this output content as JSON. Choose this. Let's just execute this step. This node can take a few seconds, so if it takes some time, it's alright. It's just getting the data. That's it. We got the JSON in data. But if you see here, look at this. Everything is inside the text. The invoice number, issue date, due date. We want the invoice number text in the invoice number, this one, to be in place of the text, and then issue date another, just in here, for example. Like, yes, like, let me show you this. We want invoice number, issue date, like this. We don't want everything to be inside the text field. So you need to code. You need to add a code in JavaScript for this line. To be honest with you guys, this code, I just went to ChatGPT and I told it I told it that I have this input, I have this output from my LLM node that I did. So it gave me this code on how to fix it. And if we execute this step, you see that's what we want: invoice number, issue date, due date, status. So if you guys want to know on how this code came to be, if you see candidates, it's candidates over here. Candidates with a zero, it's this one. Content, it's this one. And then parts, zero, it's this one. And then the text, which is this one. So that's how the code. It's pretty easy, but you just go to ChatGPT and tell it what you're getting, and it will give you the code on how to make it like this. See here, seller name, shop name, everything is in here, which is great. Then we need to split the items, because if you go here, let me show you guys. Here we have multiple items. In this field, we have multiple items. Like I said, the receipt can have multiple items. So we need to split those items out so we can add them to the Google Sheet. So we just choose the node split out and put the items field to split out as the items. Just take it here and put it over there. That's it. Execute this step, and there we go. If we see a table here, we have 5 items. if we go to the image, let's see how many items we have. There's five. One, two, three, four, five. Yep. Then if this if statement is to check the quantity, whether it's zero, whether it's one or more is greater than zero. If it's greater than zero, then you add it to the Google Sheet. Execute this step, and all of the items have quantity of one. So so that's fine. In this case, it didn't really remove any items that have quantity of zero, like the PDF. But we still want it. We want to have that. We want to have that if statements, just so we don't add any items with quantity of zero. Then on this node, but before I do, let me just delete these just to show you guys that it will add the line items like I mentioned. Okay, in here you just go to a node, Google Sheet, and choose append row. You need to create a credential. It's very easy. You just sign in with the Google account that you want to add those line items to the sheet to. Choose sheet within document, append row, choose the document name that you have, and choose which sheet. Then you need to map each column manually. If we see here, we have name, price, quantity, invoice number, invoice total. You need to add those in here. You don't need to add the same as I have. You just, if you want something different, it's fine. You can add instead of the name description, for example. It's fine. Whatever you want. So, and it will add it over here. And then for the name, you just get it from the description. Price, it's price over here. Quantity, the quantity is over here. Invoice number, it's not in the if statement. You can find the invoice number here. Invoice total, it's the invoice total is it's over it's a subtotal, yeah. And yeah, and the date, I put the issue date, and that's it. You just execute this step, and let's see it added. There we go. Perfect. And that's how it works. So if you guys followed my previous video, my last video, you have the PDF, and now you have the capability to add the image file. If it's a if the receipt is as an image file, then you can add it as well over here. So this works for both PDF and image files. So yeah, that was it. It was fairly easy, pretty easy. Uh, so if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe, and check my previous videos. I have plenty of other tutorials that you might find useful. Alright guys, see you on the next video. Bye bye.